Welcome to the MindTalk podcast, where we delve into the roots of dis-ease, growing deep in the subconscious mind. I am your host, Diane Vanas, with 25 years in energy medicine. Today we will be working with a client doing belief decoding. Hello, Patty. Kind of beautiful about the work is that we can kind of find out what our belief systems are, and we can kind of delete some of that subconscious pain that, like the past is always trying to finish its sentence in the present. We compare a belief system with a tree. So it's got like layers, leaves and branches, a trunk, roots, soil, kind of like metaphorical of the mind, the layers of the mind. And there can be different type of belief systems. I'm coming up with a split system. So that's kind of like one root, and then it splits into two trees. So there will be two sets of negative programs and two sets of limiting beliefs. So that's what we'll be looking for. Let's get started. Let's get started in the negative programs. Those are like the leaves and branches, the more conscious parts of the tree. And so we're in the power chakra, the solar plexus. And it's something about expectation. It won't be easy. So maybe, things are hard. And if we keep that program going, it won't be easy. It can hinder us or sabotage us. So we're just going to make a list of all these beliefs, and then we'll get to clear them after we find the fuel source. The next negative program is in the third eye chakra, related to illness. I am afraid of disease. So with COVID and everything, I think a lot of people got that one. But this could be even deeper, but it's unique to you. It's I am afraid of disease. So that's a negative. And then we're also in the third eye chakra, something about pain. So no pain, no gain. Sometimes we think, oh yeah, that's true. Not really. Why do we want to be in pain in order to gain something? That kind of means you have to suffer. So that's a negative, and we want to get rid of it. Now we're going to jump over to the other side of the tree, because we said it's like a split tree. So we have another set of negative programs. We're also in the power chakra, the solar plexus, related to expectation. It's I'll disappoint everyone. Yes, and then we have the root chakra, related to worth. My worth is determined by others. So I don't know if any of these, seemed familiar to you. Sometimes these are really conscious. We're aware of them, or other people are aware of them. But now we're going to drop deeper into the mind, like the subconscious mind. This is like the trunk of the tree. And we're in the power chakra, solar plexus, related to comparison. And of course, the subconscious mind doesn't actually speak in words. It's more vibration or frequency. But we're trying to translate it to the closest that we can in our verbal language, English. So I'm coming up with wealthy people are selfish. But I think that could be tweaked a little bit. It might be more like emotionally stable people are selfish. So they're wealthy emotionally. They've got it all together. They don't have appearing to have, problems. So, that's just a subconscious limiting belief about other people that you've kind of come up with. And then we have the root chakra, something about codependency. It is impossible to please blank. And, it might even be yourself. It is impossible to please myself. And then we're in the heart chakra, related to feelings. I am unable to be kind. And that could be kind to yourself or kind to your family because you've been through a lot. Maybe you feel like you're not kind. Whatever it is, this is just a limiting belief. I'm sure you are able to be kind. So that's not a true statement. And the thing about these is that the subconscious mind believes they're true, even though they were never true, or they're not true, but they're true to the subconscious mind because it doesn't question anything. All right, so now we're on the other side of the split. We're working on a tree that's split, so we have limiting beliefs on the other side there, and it's the heart chakra related to parents. I was abandoned. And, you could have felt that way because, let's face it, we don't have perfect parents. And we may not have always gotten our needs met. So then we would come up with a belief, I was abandoned, and it feels true. So, and then we're in the power chakra, the solar plexus. This is comparison. I avoid people. And for whatever reason, maybe you're shy or, just don't feel good, whatever it might be, you have a limiting belief, I avoid people. And then we're in the third eye chakra, a supposed defect that you feel about yourself. I'm too shy. So, that kind of goes together with that other one that we just had. And then we're going to go down to the roots of the tree. So this is like the faulty core belief, kind of deep in the unconscious mind. It's like the seed or the root that started the whole tree. And it's in the crown chakra, related to purpose. It's I don't understand my life purpose. So then we have actually soil for the tree. It's in the power chakra, solar plexus, related to effort. Now this would have been created between the ages of 0 and 7, and it became your identity, but it's a faulty identity. It was before you could even reason on things. It's just whatever you absorbed from your own experiences as a baby, or even in the womb, or as a child, what you were told, etc. So it's I don't like goals. So I don't know if that even rings a bell. It's very strange as a identity. Between 0 and 7, I don't like goals. It could have even been something, that your parents wanted you to have a goal, or you had to have a goal in school to do so many push-ups or sit-ups or run a mile, whatever. But you came up with this faulty core identity of I don't like goals. Now let's read the whole thing back from the bottom. I don't like goals. I don't understand my life purpose. I'm too shy. I avoid people. I was abandoned. I am unable to be kind. It is impossible to please myself. Emotionally stable people are selfish. My worth is determined by others. I'll disappoint everyone. No pain, no gain. I am afraid of disease. It won't be easy. So it's kind of a hodgepodge, isn't it? It sometimes kind of tells a story but not always. But these are just all the negatives that make up this split faulty core belief system. So we're going to find out if there's anything fueling this tree, keeping it going. We actually have an attached belief of I am alone. So you might feel that way, but we're going to just let that go. Let's release I am alone. Okay, and then we also have another belief. I have a character flaw. So, I don't know if you feel like, things are your fault. You have to take the blame. Whatever it is, let's just release I have a character flaw. Okay, so now let's see if there's any emotions that feed and water the system as well. We have the emotion of disgust. Now, we don't always find the ages on these, because like I say, it's sort of a hodgepodge that your subconscious mind just throws a lot of stuff together and creates this whole tree-like system. So we're going to just release disgust. We also have rejection. We're going to let that go. We have discouragement. We're going to let it go. We have sorrow. We're going to identify the age on this one. That's 39 years old. I don't know if that rings a bell for you. I know you've been having trouble sleeping, you said, for about 25 years. I don't know if that fits. But it could be a correlation there, and that's why the subconscious mind wants us to know the age. But we'll let it go. Let's release sorrow from 39 years old. And then we have another rejection. And we have another discouragement. So we're just releasing them all and letting them go. We have a reverberation of an emotion. So kind of different than a trapped emotion. It's sort of just like ringing in your system. A resonance of stubbornness. So we're just going to release that resonance of stubbornness. And then we have something related to pregnancy. Is it yours? No, it's your mom's. So when your mom was pregnant with you, oh, okay. I remember you told me that the doctor put off your due date to correspond with a holiday, and so you had to wait. Therefore, something about a goal, right? There's always a setback. So that would make sense with that faulty core identity of not liking goals. Isn't that fascinating how that all fits together? So let's go ahead and pause the recording so that we can just release all these multiple beliefs here. And then we'll get back on the recording and find out if we need to install anything positive. So, okay, so did we release all of those beliefs? Yes. And we want to always fill the subconscious gap and defrag. But I think that we're going to add a new core identity. So like a belief to give yourself permission to be bold and beautiful, right? When it comes to the truth, when it comes to your life, when it comes to what's right, you can speak up for that. And that is like a purpose in life. So I am bold and beautiful when it comes to the truth. Very good.